Okay, I'm back. And I had, but as I told you, I had this, and I had Rudy Jones Parasite as Secretary of the State, who turns out to be like one of Lex Luthor's business partners that I had, and that's completely different from the original comic book type of Parasite, him being a janitor and all that. I don't care. In my mind, Ewan McGregor could play the type of businessman and all that. Now, originally, a long time ago, I had him casted for Green Arrow because I could see him as Green Arrow. But now I see him as Parasite, Rudy Jones type of Parasite kind of guy. And he's a good actor. And I know half of these people are like British and all that, but I don't care. I really don't care. But he's a good actor and all that. And in my mind, he's still going up there. He could soon become one of them Academy Award winning actors. Haven't seen him win an Academy Award, but you never know. He could soon. Bizarro, Henry Cavill, of course, is complete duplicate, just with a wider face. He's the exact same, just face is white, different costume. Now, at the end of the series, the 6th story arc, I would have John Corbin, Parasite, Bizarro, Brainiac, and Lex Luthor teaming up to go fight Superman, and then it being a big battle and all that. But he would have to fight them one at a time, and it would be really, really good, in my mind, really good thing to do. Now, General Zod was going to be in the first one. Now I'm going to go to the sequel, in my mind. The villain would be Hank Henshaw, Cyborg Superman, who went to outer space, something bad happened to him, and then, come to think of it, Lex Luthor, he puts the metal on him, just makes it out of the Kryptonian metal, somehow Brainiac brought to Lex. He was in disguise. But the person I have for Hank Henshaw is Adam Baldwin. He could play a villain. Yeah, he could play a villain, and I'm sorry for the poke. I'm just telling you, he could play a villain. Adam Baldwin is a good actor. He's one of those people who could play numerous people. And I know he played Superman once, but he could so play a villain. I've never seen him not play a good role in any movie or anything. Like, he was in the Poseidon Adventures. He played a U.S. Marshal. He was good in that. He played Superman. He was good in that. He was on an episode of Bones as a villain. He was good in that. He's a really good actor. Now for the third one. My trilogy. My first trilogy. Now, I had Mr. Mxyzptlk, or Mxyzptlk, however they pronounce it. I like to pronounce it how Smallville did it. Mxyzptlk and all that. But I have a completely different. Like, on another universe, this guy was Superman. But now when he came to our world, he's nothing. But he has powers, but he's nothing. And it's like the same sort of age. He's not old, but he's the same age as Superman and all. And I had it be played by Jim Sturgis. Now, I've only seen Jim Sturgis in 2 films. That was Across the Universe and 21. 21, he played a good, serious sort of role. And in Across the Universe, he played a good role, and with the singing and all that. But he was a good actor. He was a very good actor in both those performances. So, I think he would be really well for Mr. Mxyzptlk. And let me tell you, I'm going to get a lot of rants after this, but I really do not care. 4th one, The Toyman, Winslow Schott. I have him being played by Robin Williams, none other. Because I think Toyman is a little comedic character and all that. But I would have it where he had some assistance from Brainiac and all that. So that's how I would have the Toyman. He gets some assistance from Brainiac and all that. And in my mind, that's a good tale. That would be a good thing to do. To make Toyman. First time I make a big entourage of villains, known and not known. I have it like a crime boss sort of thing, which the Superman really doesn't deal with crime bosses, but in mine, he will deal with a crime boss. But the main villain is not technically the main villain. Or one of the villains is not technically the main villain, like the crime boss is not the main villain, but the person he's working with is the main villain. The crime boss is Morgan Edge. And I just like to... At first, I took the Lex Luthor story where I still have them in it as like a benefactor, him as a benefactor, but I took that entire storyline out of it just for this one. Took the Brainiac storyline out for this one movie. Morgan Edge, played by Kevin Sorbo. Now, I know what you're thinking, Kevin Sorbo? I mean, like, you're gonna have Hercules play the villain and all, but whatever. And all that. I don't care. Kevin Sorbo's a good actor, and I think he could make a good crime boss. Kind of looking at the clock, so I don't want to run down on time. The Doctor would be the Ultra Humanite. And he was one of the original supervillains. So I decided, what the hell, bring him in as a villain. But I think he could be played by Brian Cox. For me, the Ultra Humanite would be a little, like the Doctor who played him, would be a little older, where he would want to be like, I need someone to help me get rid of this body, it's getting too old. And then he gets Morgan Edge to help out, and then switches minds with the gorilla, and then becomes this big creature and all that. And so he's like, I can finally take out Superman. And I would give him super strength, like practically the same amount as Superman. Because he's like, I'll add some ingredients to this brain so that I will be able to stop Superman and go on with my creations. I'm not making a Gorilla Grodd. I'm not going to make it where he hopes everyone could be apes and all that. That's not, no. This is Ultra Humanite. He just wished to rule. He wants to rule Gotham, Metropolis, and that's it. And he wants to be honored for all his scientific discoveries. Which, to the science universe, is not that many. So, I'm going to switch over to the next one, because the next one is practically separate than the villain.